So following on from what I was talking about previously about the soundtrack being done, I just found also I wanted to document the sticker making for the front. So I spent a lot of last night burning the CDs onto a disc and writing a personal message on each one. I think that's quite a good thing to have because obviously like these indie projects. Um, and like indie codes get funded a lot by crowdfunding. We've had like our own crowdfunding page, so I think if those people have like given to our cause, and then they go to the degree show and see like a personal message given from me. Like I wanted to put the time in to just make each one different, a little personal, to say thanks from me, so they know like how much time and effort I've put into this. Excuse me. Yeah, I think it was like good. So I spent there personalizing them, which will be for the degree show, and then so what going following on obviously those in the degree show seals sticker packs had she had her own design of the sort of a blue background with the name Seeker in the clouds and the sticker pack like well designed and fitting with the game. So I wanted to not just have like a blank front for the CD cases, give a little insight into say who produced it, and have my website on there because obviously that isn't, if they've got it and they know a website, that's a good way of marketing yourself, and then the game as well. So I took her design and augmented it slightly, or she augmented it slightly to give more of a square, so I could fill the space more. So if you can see it from the video, she gave me that template, and then I just put in that it was composed by myself. Put the sound, say it's a soundtrack, and then it's associated Tom Bell because I had to give credit to Tom. Obviously, doing music production, he gave me a lot of help with quite a lot of the tracks. Like I started the majority and sort of finished them, but he was like on hand to just make them that little bit better and sort of give the more foliage to the sounds. So I had to wanted to credit him. Which I'm glad to do. I was happy to have the help from it, and then just give the track list so then people know when they're listening in sequence. If they've got it in CD player, they know which one's which, and they know which one they can like. And then obviously my website and my Twitter, just so they've once they've got if they buy the CD, so and then they're, oh, what's that guy's, what's his website, and then they know it's to find that it's on there. So it's a good way of sort of keeping your presence in with them once they've bought the soundtrack. So and I've printed out them on stickers paper as of now, so they just need to be stuck onto the rest of the cases, and that will be ready for sale at the Winchester Degree Show. Okay, so it's the last day before handing, so this is just some video blogs that are referring back to the past week or so of work and how it's changed and developed. So on the back end of the last time I posted a video, I changed how the final scene looked because I hadn't touched that development in a while, and so the main reason for changing this was due to from my research from the Reflective Journal, which is about meaningful choice, and wanting to add that into the game, and that a lot of some of the USP on Isika was the fact you could do it two different ways. You complete a level two different ways, and as we hadn't got into the latter levels of introducing like more customs and more variation to the puzzles, I felt that it was necessary to change this last one so it can actually. So this one portrays the USP that we will aim for in the end. And if you want to refer to the changes, um, there's a video over on the top of this showing how that changed in Unity, and the development for this can be found on pages 35 to 41 of the puzzle design book, which is sort of the last sort of bits in that book, which obviously wasn't as forward as I hoped. But that shows how I changed about it, and so the main way I changed this going forward in development was there being two villages instead of one. Instead of there being two ways you can do it, or like appearing the two ways of doing it, there is two ways the game can be completed. But then in the end, you're helping two different villages, and that will be shown a bit later on in the videos on how they were changed, and how you help them, and sort of how it relates to the choices you make in the game. So the next will just be showing on this later on. You'll see how that build went into testing with the artwork and such, and next we'll be showing the final week's worth of development and building for the Handin.